We're actually facing, in many parts of our country, nothing short of societal collapse. If people are scared to go out to the shops, scared to let their kids out, that is a society that is degrading. And it's happening very, very rapidly. So I want to be absolutely clear at the start of this 6-week campaign that Reform will be the toughest party on law and order and on crime that this country has ever seen. We will aim to cut crime by half in the first 5 years of a Reform government. We will take back control of our streets. We will take back control of our courts, of our prisons. And if you're a criminal, I am putting you on notice today that from 2029, or whenever that may be, either you obey the law or you will face very serious justice. Now, in terms of policy proposals, yep, I'm going to reiterate the point. Zero tolerance policing. Every single shoplifting offence, however small, should be prosecuted. Every single mobile phone that is stolen, if we can track it, we need to go to the addresses and find out who these people are. Stop and search. Stop and search in areas where knife crime is prevalent will go on up until saturation point, until we drive knives off the street. And believe me, this is a policy that I know from my campaigning recently around the country, supported by people right across the political spectrum. And if we have to build more knife arches at the entrance to train stations or bus stations or whatever it may be, then we will do it. Fast track arrest, we believe that is very, very important. Perhaps the biggest pledge that we would make today is to say 30,000 more police over a 5-year term of a parliament. And we will scrap all diversity, equality and inclusion roles, and we will aim for a higher and physically tougher standard of police officer on our streets. I think that if criminals slightly fear the police, that is a desirable place for us to be as a society. Fast-track courts. We have a massive backlog in all levels of court cases in this country, partly down to the repeated lockdowns that we went through, and partly down to the fact that actually, astonishingly, so many magistrates' courts have closed since 2010. Up to 50% of magistrates' courts closed since David Cameron came to power in 2010. So we would aim to reopen those magistrates' courts, and we would reach out to former and retired magistrates and say to them, please, we want you to come back to this job. Help us in this national effort to catch up with the backlog and to start dishing out proper justice. And whilst, of course, prison should aim initially to rehabilitate and to educate, if people are convicted of more than 3 serious offences, well, frankly, we think that puts them on a course towards life imprisonment. And we would look to free up tens of thousands, up to 30,000 prison places. We will build Nightingale prisons. You remember the Nightingale hospitals? Within 72 hours, hospitals were built. And we'll work with private contractors, but we'll want to use the logistical skills that exist in the army and our armed forces to make this happen. We can build up to 12,000 prison places, and we can do so actually in short order. And there are 10,400 foreign prisoners in our prisons, has been mentioned on this platform already. They will be deported back to their home countries. And I think I'm in conversation with Edi Rama from Albania, and I think he's rather agreed that he will take back all of the Albanian prisoners in this country, which is rather a good thing. And yes, we do think dynamic prison places overseas work. You've seen America doing it recently, but the Scandinavian countries are doing it too. I genuinely think that by standing up, by saying these things, we're striking a chord with the vast majority of the British public. There is nothing left-wing or right-wing about desperately wanting for our society, for our streets, to be a hell of a lot safer than they are today.